I don't know. But let's move on to the other game we were talking about, Casino, and that was Eagles Steelers. With the Eagles Steelers, Eagles win 27-13 to improve to 12-2. The impressive stat in this game was in the second half of football. The Pittsburgh Steelers only had, I believe, they only had 2 drives in the entire second half. Yeah, if you look at it, they had a fumble that was a total of 5 plays that took 2 minutes, and then they had a punt after 9 plays for 3 minutes and 48 seconds. So, basically, in the second half of this game, the Steelers had a 5-minute and 50 seconds offensive, what do you want to call that? Where they just had time of possession. That's the word I was looking for. So they had 5 minutes, 50 seconds of total time possession in the entire second half of this game. The Eagles then proceeded to end the game on a 99-yard, 23-play drive that took 10 minutes and 29 seconds after going for 14 plays, 74 yards, and in 6 minutes and 33 seconds for a touchdown also in the fourth quarter. So the beginning of this game was 17-13 going into halftime, and most of those points were gifted to the Steelers on a great TJ Watt punch out that was a fumble on Jalen Hurts, which is one of those things where you can't even be mad at Jalen Hurts for fumbling the ball in that position, because TJ Watt made such a great play on the ball and just perfectly punched it out. He did the Peanut Tillman punch out.
Oh yeah, you can't be mad at that play, like where Hurts being prone to fumbles. No. You can't be mad at that play. That was just an outstanding punch out.
32 out of 32 quarterbacks are fumbling on that play. So that's one of those ones where you have to give credit instead of blame to, Watt over Hurts. But
yeah, it was a perfect wind up just in. Yeah. And is there any update on TJ Watt?
I think he's again, the same thing with Watt and with Mahomes is I think both of them would play if the next game wasn't on Saturday. So that's the weird, scheduling thing. And then I think they both play on Christmas or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, the Steelers offense.
Yeah, it's saying that he is, it's tender, but he's walking around comfortably, and they're optimistic that he'll play versus the Raven.
Yeah. So hopefully he gets back, because again, he might be the best defensive player in the league. He is like a game wrecker, and he jumps off the screen when you are especially playing against him. But I think really for the Steelers coming out of this game, the question mark to me is how good is this Steelers offense, especially when they don't have George Pickens, because it seemed to grind to a halt when it came to passing attack. Calvin Austin III and Pat Freiermuth were basically the only 2 wide receiver and tight end targeted on the entire offense from Russell Wilson, who was running for his life the entire game from that Eagles defense. So yeah, this made me
not having him was big blows on the team.
Yeah, but then again, Quinton Mitchell has just shut down every number 1 wide receiver they've played this season. So even if he was in the game, I don't know how much he would have contributed. But yeah, I think the question marks coming out of this game, again, most people after this game are like, what's wrong with the Steelers, instead of how good are the Eagles? Which I feel like is interesting, because the Eagles still, after this week, number 1 defense in the league and have allowed the second fewest touchdowns in the league behind the Broncos. So they don't let you score. They don't let you get yards. And they also
they have the best running back in the league and one of the best quarterbacks, top 3 in the league.
Yeah. I think honestly right now at this point, it has to be Mahomes, probably Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and then Jalen Hurts. I think he's top 5 against,
Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield.
are like in that mix. But I just think in terms of what he's doing right now, and again, the whole thing coming into this game was like, oh, well, they need to get the passing game going. They need to get the passing game going. The Steelers completely shut down the Eagles' rushing attack, and the Eagles and Hurts and Smith and AJ Brown just picked them apart through the air. So the Eagles can beat you with great defense. They can beat you with a great rushing attack. They can beat you with a great passing attack. So I think they're the best team in the league, Casino, and I don't even think it's up for debate at this point.